call meeting number 35 of the Sonoma County Commissioners Order. Would everyone please stand for the pledge, please? I pledge
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Everyone please stand for a second. We're all going to stand for a second, just out of respect for Carol Rigetti. Anthony and I had a special meeting yesterday and we voted to put her into the time capsule. So we'll be able to see Carol in 100 years. So Nancy told me not to do anything bad about Carol while she was here. So, needless to say that you have to
Sit
put it
down.
out All right, well, that'll be, you know what, Mr. Roller, that'll be a way to get Carol to watch the meeting online, huh? So, give us a hard time. Carol deserves us giving her a hard time. She's sitting on the beach in Florida. We were texting her, Anthony was texting her this morning about make sure she's not late for the meeting, and she proceeded to send us photos of her walking the beach, so she deserves abused for being in the sun and drinking a pina colada already at noon today, so welcome. Like to open up for public comments? Any public comments? All right, seeing none, move on to approval of previous minutes of board meeting number 34, Thursday, September 5th, 2019, and approval of bills for payments.
So moved?
Second? Roll call?
Commissioner Trafficante?
Yes.
Commissioner Dixon?
Yes. Advertisement for bids, purchasing. Jim?
Good afternoon, everyone. The current lease for Austin County Court expires June 30th of 2020. We're being proactive in getting the specifications advertised and out there as soon as possible to meet the needs of the students go to new locations.
Okay, motion for advertisement for bids.
So moved?
Second?
Commissioner Trafficante?
Yes.
Commissioner Dixon?
Yes. Journal entries, number 1.
So moved?
Second?
Commissioner Trafficante?
Yes.
Commissioner Dixon?
Yes. Agreements, conventions, visitors.
I'm glad I'm here today, so I don't run the risk of comments or I meet with the time capsule. This is an agreement with the Ohio Automobile Club.
Yeah, it's a glass capsule
Yeah,
too.
This is an agreement for us to exhibit at the AAA show in Columbus in February of 2020. You had previously approved travel at an earlier meeting. This is the actual agreement with the show promoter for our booth space and exhibit.
Excellent. Okay, excellent. Engineers.
Morning, Commissioners. B is an agreement with Hill International to repair one of our vehicles, vehicle number 55, in the amount of $5,883.99. C is an agreement with Hill International also to repair vehicle number 56, in an estimated amount of $4726.21, Sunon General Fund.
What are you letting Pat drive these things?
Not anymore.
I like that. JJC. How are
Good
you?
afternoon. Good afternoon. This is an agreement with the Village Network to provide case management services for the detention center in an estimated amount of non-general funds for $8,840.
Excellent, thank you. Lead-based.
Good afternoon. This is an agreement with Gary Crane to do chip properties at 70 Oxford and Camel and 262 Robinson and Camel.
Sheriff.
Good afternoon, Commissioner Nancy. This is an agreement with Greenwood Chevrolet for repair of one of our first vehicles in the estimated amount of $671.80. It's not general.
All right. Motion to approve agreements. Number 2.
So moved?
Second. Roll call.
Commissioner Trafficante?
Yes.
Commissioner Dixon?
Yes. Change orders, clerk of courts.
Good afternoon, Commissioners. Nancy. This is a request for a change order to our agreement with SOS Security Systems for Canfield Court. And it's for additional security devices and the installation of same. based on the current renovations going on at the court. And it's $995 general funds.
Engineers, B and C.
B is a change order number 1 with Emerging Gaffney for utility delay, force accounts, and quantity adjustments for Western Reserve Roundabout project. And C is change order number 2 with Emerging Gaffney for project acceleration to complete the work prior to the inclement weather for the Western Reserve Roundabout.
Thanks, Rick. Change orders, number 3, motion.
So move.
Second.
Commissioner Traficant.
Yes.
Commissioner Ditzler.
Yes. Resolutions, number 1. Motion.
So move.
Second. Roll call.
Commissioner Traficant.
Yes.
Commissioner Ditzler.
Yes. Record of bids, engineers.
A is bidding out project on Bandy Road, it's Trail Star, it's a project road improvements. And B is Courtney Road emergency repair.
Okay, thanks, Rick. Record of bids.
So move.
Second. Roll call.
Commissioner Traficant.
Yes.
Commissioner Ditzler.
Yes. Resolutions, EMA.
Commissioners, this is a resolution to accept and implement the 2020 local emergency planning committee grant. It's for a total of $30,376 with no match.
Okay.
And B is a resolution, it's more obligation to TSI for $213.75 and Buckeye Tech for $380 for emergency circuit network services during the installation of some new 911 equipment.
Anything to update on us with regards to the status on the FEMA and SBA and everything, how we're proceeding?
Sure. I can do it now, or do you want me to do it at the end?
No, go ahead and do it now.
The deadline has passed. It was September 3rd for registration, and as of September 4th, we had 983 residents register with FEMA, and I don't have the exact dollar amount in front of me, but it was just over $707,000 in FEMA grants for disaster assistance. On the SBA side.
So it was paid out?
Correct. That was paid out by FEMA. On the SBA side, FEMA closed down the Disaster Recovery Center at the Boardman Township building, but then it transitioned to an SBA DLOC, which is Disaster Loan Outreach Center. Again, the deadline was still September 3rd, but the DLOC is still open for another week until this coming Wednesday to close business at 5 p.m. And what they're remaining open for is residents that have applied that are still submitting paperwork for their loans. And up to this point, it's homeowners or businesses, and we've had both that have applied. And it's just, I don't have the exact dollar amount in front of me, but it was about $3.2 million in loans that have been issued for residents and businesses in Mahoney County. So just under $4 million in aid for the flooding event.
Thanks, Dennis. Okay, engineers.
This is a resolution approving a moral obligation payment of $517.50 to Cornerstone Electric for traffic control service.
Thanks. Hazmat.
Good afternoon, everybody, commissioners. This is for cost recovery for 4 calls of service that we had. Spitler Road was a Chem1 truck that caught fire for the amount of $302.98. The transformer leak was in Camel when the vehicle struck a pole. The older poles have PCBs in them, which is very toxic. The newer transformers have mineral oil in them, so the new ones are safer. This one has PCBs in them, so their cost recovery is $297.15. The water main break on the 27th was Aqua Ohio and Boardman. They were pumping water out of the hole. The water went into a creek, and there was some hydrocarbon stuff in there, like oils and stuff from the water main break, which caused the alerting of us to go to the creek. And the last one, $982.39. And the last one was a big one at YSU with the blown compressor. The compressor motor in Ward Beecher Hall overheated it and blew and spewed out oil. The smoke got into the ventilation system, and the ventilation system took it up to the next floor, and it all came out in the chemical room. So when the fire department got there, they saw the chemical room was involved, they saw the smoke, they didn't want to enter, so that's why they asked us to come out. And so we suited up and did the whole process to get in there and make sure it wasn't involved in any chemicals. So cost recovery is $9,292 on that, and that's due because each suit is about $3,000, so we had to trash 2 suits to get up and go in there. So to find out what was going on, so that's why that one's a little bit higher. But you guys should be proud that we had 2 calls of service that same day, and we had enough. But for the YSU, I did call the mutual aid from Trumbull County to help with some more manpower, because that was more intensive, but we did rise to the call. So you guys have
Good job. Thanks, Chief. Okay, JJC, OMB.
This is a resolution accepting and approving the grant agreement with the State of Ohio Department of Youth Services for the tentative Reclaim 2020 allocations for programs in the amount of $1,969,127 with no local match required.
Thank you. Okay, motion to approve resolutions number 3.
So moved.
Second. Roll call.
Commissioner Trafficante?
Yes.
Commissioner Ditzler?
Yes. Ms. Carroll. Dwayne, anything you want to update us on?
No,
We'll pick on you tonight.
I think everything's fine. We met with Renee today. She talked to some of the agencies. Some of the plannings are going for Youngstown Developmental Center, so some story on where we are with some of the agencies. So all good.
Yeah, yeah. Seems like it's moving in the right direction, you know. I'm happy with everything going on. The prosecutor's been working hard for us with leases and different agreements, and we're all on board. So it's all good. Looks like it's going to be a great project for, you know, a lot of the clients that have been displaced and a lot of the entities to be able to offer expanded services. So we really thank you and your staff for the work you're doing. I know that it's like piling on.
We'll be so glad when it's done.
But you know, it just really shows what each of the entities can do and have the capability of doing, you know, from the Port Authority, mental health, you know, Easter Seals, all of the Compass, all the private, you know, when you have private-public partnerships like this, that, you know, how it works to serve the people it was intended to, you know, so. You know, and it really just looks like that where the state, you know, gave up on us, or gave up on a lot of the clients, in my opinion, that we've been able to, with their assistance, you know, with the facility being turned over, to be able to move forward and, you know, do some things that are necessary. So, thank you very much. Anyone have anything to add? Anthony?
I'm good.
You're good?
I'm good.
Wow, you must have an appointment.
Means get out of here.
You know, I think Nancy, you know, Nancy, you know, it's, you never talk to us, Nancy. You never talk to us. You don't intend to drink any Crown Royal Peach this weekend, do you? All right, well, nobody wants to talk, and, you know, everybody's in a hurry. It's Friday, so motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second.
Commissioner Trafficante?
Yes.
Commissioner Ditzler?
Yes. Have a great weekend.